think I'm crazy. I see them watching me. They think I'm crazy for not going near Leslie anymore, for not going into basements anymore, underground garages, the subway. There's perfectly good means of transportation above ground. I'll go on foot or take a taxi, thank you very much. And we have plenty of artists I can work together with. I'll work with Cliff or Alex. Just don't let me work together with Leslie anymore. Not after what I have seen. Maybe I can give you an explanation. Not that I owe you one, mind you. I can. Maybe I want to. Maybe it helps to tell someone. If you know a thing or two about art, you will admit that it can never be perfect. It cannot ever be as close to reality as you would like it to be. An artist has his own view on reality, and he's got his own style. You will know that Leslie's take on reality was an interesting one, a creative vision of what surrounded us, and of monsters. Especially his monsters. We all fell for his monsters. I like them too. Until last month. Anyone can splatter paint on a canvas and make a picture of the devil. A horrific picture that will give children nightmares. A picture that will hang over the fireplace of a tavern where such stories are being told that can even make a grown man shiver. But last month brought change to Leslie's monsters. It takes more than creativity and style to paint such vile creatures with such detail. Such abominations cannot merely be born from a normal man's imagination. After I had laid eye on one of his ghastly creations, I told him to destroy it. We wouldn't use such a hideous creature in any of our games. He didn't understand. He told me he'd gone through such pains to paint such a frightful creature that I should recognize his mastery and skill. He nearly went mad with rage when I told him I would hear nothing of it. But the man was relentless and kept on spewing out concepts of the most sinister creatures. Man should never behold such pictures. And then it struck me. He never drew these monsters here at the office. He painted them at home. And he did other things at work. So one night I followed him home. Curious to a fault. I needed to know what technique he was using, how he mixed these colors, how he got that amount of detail. From the other side of the street, I watched him enter his house, not through the front door. He immediately entered his basement through a small door that was once used for taking barrels into the house. I expected him to leave the basement soon, but as the clock struck a fresh hour that dark evening, I realized I had been standing there for almost 45 minutes. So I crossed the street. Not a window to be seen, so I immediately tried the small door. It wasn't locked. I opened it and looked straight into the face of Leslie. A changed man. He was sweating, holding 3 pencils at once, and his clothes were stained with red and black and brown paint. Feverishly, he invited me in. David, come in," he said. "They told me you were here. We've been expecting you. You are late." What I then saw as I descended the stairs, I will never forget. A demon had been summoned into a pentagram, writhing in pain against what unnatural, unnameable spell kept him there. A morbid creature that resembled an unholy cross between a sheep and the devil. Last thing I remember is seeing Leslie's canvas upon which he had already painted the beast's head in such detail that it could have been a photograph. Leslie's canvas whose red eyes pierced my soul as the demon's red eyes pierced my brain, which did not want to accept this unreal reality.